Hello everybody, welcome back. Right, day 3 of this challenge. Can we get above 2650? Right, let's have a little go. Still not happy with these mouse settings, but maybe I need a better mouse. Maybe that's the problem. Normally B5 they play here. B7. Yeah, maybe knight C4. It's kind of tricky already. Can I'm not sure about all this. Yeah, it seems to be quite a dangerous attack. I don't know where all this come from, this attack, you know. Don't like this. Okay, so I can't really take. Could move the bishop. C5 maybe. Yes, he's playing worryingly accurately. So F5, so G6 now threat. Anything I can do here, I'm just busted already. Trying to defend the bishop. Oh, this looks lost. Even take here probably. Something went very wrong with the opening here. He keeps losing, what do you call it? Connection. A G6 I can take. Okay, so if I take everything, probably going to get mated. King of Fate, however. I take here. E7. Yeah, critical move, right? Always, I don't really have any counter play, I've got no time. Other than that, it's all looking pucker. Normally lose these positions. don't like this. I hope this is getting shorter time, yeah? Queen F2 maybe? I think can take. So I blundered that. That was a lucky win, really. I mean, completely outplayed in the opening. I'll have a look at that game later because it was a very interesting game. I think actually the key with blitz is, well, it's not really whether you get a good rating on us, is whether you like use those games to analyse some of the weaknesses in your repertoire. In some ways, okay. Okay, this guy's very, very fast. Very, very fast. I don't know why he's so quick. I don't know why he's playing so quickly. Maybe bishop f6. I mean, he might slow down. It's the same that happened in the previous game. That she played very quickly to begin with, but then she slowed down a bit, right? Now when I... The problem is now when I take, he's going to take about a knight. There is knight e5 here. Or b5, or maybe knight c5. No, not knight c5. Okay. Maybe just take. Surprised at that move, but it's not that bad. The b5, the problem is a7 is hanging. Like e5, queen f3 maybe. Or just take. Yeah, e5 is a critical move actually. But e5 I can take on f3 and take back on f6. Yeah, maybe start with e5 or maybe this. Okay, now I can do this. Okay, maybe e5. Can I go d5? Is that a bad move? Let's try d5. Probably a bad move, right? You can't go a6 at the moment. If he takes, probably going to take with a queen. Hit the knight. If knight d2, maybe e4. Maybe he's, no, he's got a6, right? So what happens after rook a8? A8. He's got knight e4. Rook a6. This guy's very fast, you know. It's very fast. Okay, knight f6 surely. Right. Probably going to end up in the draw. That move surprises me. Can I go queen d2? Oh, but then rook e2. Queen f5, queen b5. Queen f3. Queen f3 maybe. Knight b5, rook a2 is an option. Or queen d2 wants rook e2, right? Maybe this. So knight b5, rook a2, queen c5. Not sure. Should have enough for the pawn. But actually, a critical line is that he's quickly going knight d4, right? Knight b5, say knight b5, say. Or maybe knight g4 after knight b5. It's more accurate. Unless he's got like a rook e8, queen e4 check. Because knight... Yeah. I thought I had queen c3 here. What's he doing after queen c3? Has he blundered queen c3? I mean, he's blundered. I think he had knight b5 is better. It's queen a6, queen e1. Okay, knight e4 now. He's got queen b6. Maybe knight e4. He's got queen c8 and queen f5, so I can't do that. If I want to try and win. Maybe knight g4 now is an option. Now maybe threatening check. Okay, there's knight e5. Set up like tactical ideas. Knight f3. Doesn't really do much. Maybe throw in a check first. Has to go king f1. King g1, sorry. Okay, won that game. I won that game. So that's 2-0. So my last 7 games is 6.5 out of 7. Which is the kind of like score you want, right? I'm still not very happy with this mouse. It seems to be too better than it was, but too slippery. There's not enough control or whatever. Maybe it's just a bad mouse. Okay, we'll go here. I'm gonna go e5. Could even go e5 here, right? Because knight d4 would trade rook d1. It does have like queen f4 ideas. A3. He's sort of faffing around a bit here, right? So queen e4 just to induce a weakness. I don't know, maybe that's just a bad idea, right? So knight e2, I don't know, feels wrong. Maybe just queen e3, right? Bishop g5, f4. Otherwise I'm going to go knight e4, maybe. But I think this queen is not well... this move I missed completely. Now if he goes here, he does drop that pawn, but... Okay. Yeah, because I can't go knight e4, which is very annoying. F4 just loses. Bishop c5. Maybe just fiddle around for a bit. That move I missed as well. Yeah, that's very annoying. You could go g5. I mean, knight e4 is like appealing to me now. Slightly surprised that move actually does have... Well, queen f5 is one option. Okay, so there's no queen trap for now, I don't think. So rook e1 probably. Yeah, I mean knight d6. Well, I have to trade first. Knight f6. Oh yeah, it's queen f5 annoyingly. Maybe then queen c7. Oh, but then rook d2, right? Yeah, so annoying. I think queen f5 I take on h6. Yeah, and then he hasn't got rook d2 at least. So now I'm threatening to win a pawn. It's queen g5 now. F6, queen g6. Okay, trade. What does he want? Well, he's even h6 here is quite dangerous for him. Now the h6, queen b2, so maybe trade, right? I mean, I'd be worried about this attack, you know, like. And he's short of time, so I probably should keep the queens on, right? Yeah, maybe that was a mistake. But yeah, this is kind of annoying with v4. Yeah, I shouldn't have allowed this. This has just become random. I want to go queen d7, attack this pawn. Queen d8. Queen d4. That's queen d4. It's not possible. Yeah, fuck's sake. Fuck this up. Rook e3. Dude, maybe about the time now, yeah? Okay, he's blundered. Okay, won that one as well. Oh, my old friend the pursuer. Very fast player. Very fast player. Very quick guy. Yeah, that's a good move actually. Yeah, it's very unclear this. I think you could take knight bd7. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe you can't. Take, of course, to take on e4. It's another option. Very, very complicated. Take on e4 if he's going to play. Now there is bishop e4, or knight e4. I'm not sure which is better. Because knight e4, he can go bishop e4, rook a7, right? And then he's sort of okay, basically. He's worse, but you know he's kind of defending, right? Then like knight d7, I was thinking about knight takes d7. That was critical variation, right? That looks super scary for him. So check. Can't believe this survives. Queen h5. King. Oh, he's got king h7 maybe. But king h7 knight. Is knight takes f7 possible now? And there's also queen f5. King g7, rook f3. Maybe queen f5 is good. Rook f3. Okay, so I achieved my goal. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. Come on. Yeah, I mean that would probably give me like quite a good number. So I achieved my goal, right? So now we could set a new target. Maybe 2,700. So I reckon I probably scored something like 93% accuracy here, because it was quite a short game and it was quite simple. Yeah, I said knight bd7 earlier. I mean, I'm better than 2650 player on Lichess, but it's just I mentioned the other day that I played for too long, and I went down from sort of, I was high 2600s, but I think, you know, yeah, 98% accuracy. Wow, no inaccuracies. That's crazy level, right? This is where I invested in the stockfish upgrade. For games like this. 95, yeah, I think actually, yeah, I thought, or even bishop g4 here, like, feels more natural, right? It just doesn't seem to have any problems. Yeah, you should always take there, because, of course, actually, you're slightly concerned that you're opening up the h file but I'm not really in a position to exploit it. Like, maybe Lila would, you know, do this, and yeah, I think this is my most accurate game. I can't believe the other games were this accurate. Yeah, bishop h4 was obvious, right? And already was in trouble. Yeah, I thought about taking it, but then I thought, yeah, this is actually not so strong. It's still good for me, but yeah, I think bishop e4 is a critical move, because Ashley is in big trouble now, because take knight d7, you have knight takes d7. This is what I realised. Oh no, hang on. I thought this. Yeah, I did see this line, but I just thought where you win the exchange, which, yeah, you are, but I suppose, yeah, maybe it's not quite as bad. But in fact, you just take on f6 and go knight g4, and it's absolutely crushing attack. Yeah, I mean, it looks terrible position for black. So really, it just all went wrong in the opening. But a lot of the other games weren't so one-sided. Let's have a look at that game. I completely screwed up. Was doing well at one point, and then I messed up. Round about when I took on g6, I thought I was doing well. Maybe I'm being a bit objective. Yeah, I don't believe this would have been anything like 98%. Probably more like 80-something%, right? It's saying 90% accuracy. Very poor game, yeah. Yeah, when you have like a game you understand, and then, yeah, around about this point I'm a lot better. I should go queen c4. Wow, didn't even see it. Just, I've got a space advantage here, right? So it's actually awkward for him to even develop. Yeah, and then there's ideas like b6, you go bishop e4, and queen c7, you just raid. Like here. Yeah, you just raid his queen side. You just switch. Yeah, because you're so looking at the king side, you don't even think about playing moves like queen c4, which is incredible, right? Yeah, around about here, I realised I didn't really have anything. Oh, bishop e7 was a big mistake. You should go queen f5. I saw queen f5, but I thought bishop e7 was also okay. Oh, rook d7. I didn't see rook d7. Yeah, that's poor. Yeah, rook e1, terrible move. Yeah, rook d7, the idea would, I think you'd see that in a classical game, but then he probably would as well, and then but this position is not that great for white, actually. Yeah, I think I misjudged it. Yes, queen g5 was a better try. Yeah. Well, bishop c6, again, tricky move to see. Should keep the queens on, but not with queen. Yeah, Queen f4 with the idea of rook e5. Queen e5 was also a bad move. The rook c8 was an excellent move. By this point, I have nothing. And it should be a draw, but then he blundered. He went there. So that was lucky. Basically, I only won because he blundered. Otherwise, it probably would have been, you know, who knows. But I said it wasn't better. And he could have won. You know, I might have blundered. I'd already blundered, so I could have blundered again, right? This game was also quite poor quality, I think. I don't think I was ever in trouble in this game, actually. Should sit back, right? Don't think I was ever in trouble. I got my phone on me. Actually, that's dodgy, isn't it? I got my phone in my pocket, so you could accuse me of cheating. I had my phone in my pocket. I was looking at the stockfish. I was looking at the evaluation. You know, I had the lines running. So it's saying I played with 95% accuracy. I mean, I didn't think it was a very good game, really, by me, but apparently it was okay. So I had two good games, actually. The first game I was completely busted. The first game was completely busted. Okay, so yeah, he just blundered with this. So what I was thinking was knight b5, yeah, and then rook a2, and then even rook f1. Because the point is you go knight d4 quickly. So black doesn't really have anything. And if you try, the problem is if you try a knight g4, he has rook e8 and queen e4 and trades. Yeah, which I mentioned that line in the game. So after queen b5 is just dead loss. So the only other game, which was probably the most interesting game, was the game against WGM. Hang on. No, sorry, not that one. It was this one. Turn the engine off and then figure out where I went wrong. So where did we leave theory? So all this is okay. Apparently I should go knight c5, not rook c8. And this is normal theory, right? And if they castle, what's your plan? Let's say queen c7, g4. Yeah, it's all scary. You know, this is why a lot of people are just giving up the Sicilian now. At the top level, you see all these games like e4, e5, because people just realise, you know, these pawn storm, these pawn storm attacks are just so strong. Bishop e7, g5, knight fd7, h4. Yeah, they're saying the best. Well, not sure. What's it saying? I mean, if I castle, it feels like I'm castling to attack. So what are you supposed to do now? b4. Say castles, h5. b4, knight a4. This is how you get counterplay. How do you get counterplay against their position? Knight c5 here, then d5. So if they trade, you take, and then you take back, and then it's messy. They got. Yeah, but I think in the game, like, I just got a bad position. I mean, you can trade here. You could just give out the exchange, but it's not great. It's not a great version. It's interesting, though. Yeah, maybe that would have been a better practical try, right? Yeah, this was just doing nothing. The knight on c4 was actually doing like nothing at all. Maybe I could have gone knight there, actually. With the idea that g5 I can take on g5, h4. Can you take on h4? Or at least slows her down a little bit. Feels very shaky. Maybe with f4 is a move. Just do this anyway, I don't know. Yeah, okay, so g5 and now this is like, I think this is very dangerous for black now by this point. Already. Maybe this is already lost. I mean, what's the engine saying? Yeah, it's very dangerous. Was knight c5 the top move? They're saying knight cb6 was top. But that was more or less as good. So actually knight c5, just giving up the board. But knight a4 probably not top move, right? Knight a4 probably just a mistake, right? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think a knight f5 was very strong, actually. I mean, there were other ways to play. I mean, she could have just gone there, actually. It was also probably pretty reasonable, right? Maybe that just wins, actually. Like, what do you do? I mean, maybe I have to go bishop c5 anyway. But then knight f5. Bishop c5, there's also c3. Yeah, very dangerous for black, this whole position. Because where's my attack, right? So knight f5, and if I take, then rook d5, and it's just tremendous for white. So I played that. So yeah, I wondered about this actually, and then just doing this, just to open lines, which is kind of forced open lines anyway. And maybe this doesn't win, but it looks very scary. Oh, there's king h8 maybe. Not so simple. Yeah, because there are moves like bishop g5. Feels like black might be hanging on. Bishop d4. I mean, there's bishop d8, of course. Yeah, I felt like knight h6 was maybe not the best. Also, okay, so g6 I take on f5, that's the point, right? But is it even that maybe that great? Well, no, you can't really go h6 because the queen's defending. Yeah, I wonder about knight g7. I mean, Leela, it feels like Leela might have played me like knight g7. But maybe not. What was the engine saying anyway? Actually, let me just get a computer analysis. But sometimes more interesting to analyse without the computer. Yeah, it does say that it's winning now. So knight h6 was actually quite strong. Maybe I should have taken the previous move. I should have taken on h6. No, it didn't. Yeah, yeah, it was better, but still. So after knight, so she was playing all the right moves, right? Up until this point. So knight f5 is top move. And then I guess that one's a bit too random. It's still very strong, yeah. King g7, g6, right? So I thought about this, but queen g5 is actually stronger than bishop g5. Because there's a threat of queen h6 as well. So the top line is queen there, bishop there, right? So why isn't queen h6 winning? For starters, that's one question. Why doesn't that win? Oh, because you could go fg and then hg and then play a move like rook c7. So I guess this is still dangerous, but does this? This is still just completely winning. Yeah, it's too dangerous this attack, that's what I'm saying. I think knight g7 was really the knockout, because that was a mistake actually, bishop h6. Bishop c4 was better. Yeah, bishop c4 because probably I can't take because I opened up d5. Maybe she could even take. Yeah, this is all just winning, yeah. But actually, yeah, c3 was too slow. And then I'm kind of back in the game. Actually, but then I blundered again with rook h8. Yeah, very hard position. Yeah, you have to find knight e3, which is very tough. Because that stops this idea later of going rook g1. I thought she could just take here actually. Why can't she just take there? Yeah. Yeah, because there's queen g7 ideas, right? That's what I thought as well, like bishop c4 was just winning because I can't take on c4. So I saw that in the game. Yeah, so it became random at the end. I just got lucky, really. And it should have been a draw, but even here, obviously I shouldn't. Yes, he can just queen, right? And she's actually winning the queen and pawn ending. So really, it was just a fluky win. It was a poor quality game. Yeah, by far my worst game. 6 blunders, 1 mistake. Very poor quality. At a 76% accuracy. Who is this player? Don't know. Anyway, so thanks for watching, people. So that's got my rating up to a wonderful, an amazing 2650. I'm coming back now. My FIDE rate needs to be updated. I'm now actually 2430 something. So wonderful. Bumped up my FIDE as well, but yeah, my blitz is now 2650. So that's something, I suppose. Yeah, my next goal is, can I reach 2700, and then it'll be, can I reach 2750, and then can I reach 2800, right? So that's probably going to be the stages, but of course I might not get to 2700. But anyway, thanks for watching, everybody.